Hey everyone, so welcome back to the Doki Doki Literature Club. Why is it not playing though? Wait a second. My laptop is really bad, I guess. It's really slow. So, to be honest, I wanna play a lot of game, but my spec doesn't meet the requirement of a lot of game. So just let's play this text game and load the game. So yesterday, it's a quick recap that I choose Sayori over Yuri because I don't want the Sayori feeling more depressed than before. So I confessed to her. On this save file, I choose the I love you text option. And let's just get into it. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I was expecting this to be the one where I would be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that is a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparation for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Wait, wait, there's not no sound here. Wait a minute. There's a sound, but not here. Okay. I forgot her voice. Uh, Horway, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we have performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted to it. So that is the one I will be performing. I'm su I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You would think that on this important she will try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to think, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Hahaha, you should take a little responsible for her, Werwei. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kinda left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embrace. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we are a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot of than you think. Uh, Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets, laid on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Some things like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Its members' poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems for the ones they performed during the practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poems. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh, get out, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But the poem is never actually finished, it just stopped moving. What is that even supposed to be mean? Hmm, didn't I choose uh, Sayori over Yuri, isn't it? Maybe see who who she wants to get the hell out of her head though. It's Monica. Is it Monica? What is this? Reading the poem, I got a pit on my stomach. Where away? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. Wait a minute, why there's no sound on here? Wait a minute, I will. I will reopen the game. There's kinda weird, there's no sound on it. Yeah, it is. Why? Yeah, whatever. Maybe it is what it is. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. It's even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect for an answer. Since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori, she really is heavy sleeper. What's going on here? I swallow. I can't believe I end up doing this after all, waking her up in her own house. That really is something that boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock the door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh fucking hell! What the fuck? It really scared me. It really make me jump scare. An exception has occurred while game script CH5 RPY line 307 C traceback text for details. Is that on the file? Wait a minute, I wanna check it first. So where's my Steam though? And the music is really scary. It's on the game script CH5 RPY game script CH script. Oh, I got the file. Wait a minute, I will open it. Can I open it with my notepad? My notepad is not responding. Is it too big? See track back txt for details. Okay. What is this? I wanna show you guys. Wait a minute, I will set this first. It's really lag though. Wait a minute. Nah, look at this. Wait a second. Can you see this? This is the scripts.rpa. Oh, but not this. This is not the scripts. The game told me it's... Oh, it's crashed. Wait a second. The game crashes. What the fuck is happening? Did I broke the game? Character Sawyer CHR, the file is missing or corrupt. The save file is corrupt, starting a new game. Wait a minute, wait a second. What the hell is going on? This is the game. Let's see the log. The traceback. I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred. Restart the content. Oh jeez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold a second, I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This will probably a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who is making this so difficult. Ah, well, here goes for nothing. Oh jeez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a second, I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot of easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who is making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. What the fuck is happened? So they say the character is missing, right? Where's the characters? Monika, Natsuki, Yuri. So fucking hell. So where's the sayori.chr? Can I open this? No. Natsuki. Monika. Happy thoughts.png. What the fuck is going on here? It's clearly April 30, so it's just really created while ago. Did I just broke the game? It's closed. It's closed. Should I reinstall it or what? How can the Natsuki files is... I think it's the feature of the game because it's setting load game. What the fuck? I see annoying him. Oh. Holy crap. I was telling myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by one on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not. The school days is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce for motivation clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. So who is this speaking? It should be Sayori in the first place, but holy fuck. Oh, Monika! So it's still the game features. It's really cool though, but it's really scared out of me. Monika? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. Can I save it? It's fucking empty again. Alright, whatever. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels like a little, what did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here or markers? I guess you could check on the closet. You are in the debate club, right? Ah, about that, I actually quit the debate club. Really, you quit? Yeah? To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. She said this already before. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the event. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one, a literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dual. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey Werwe, but by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I've no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse to someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Warrior, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go in? I will look for the materials another time. You are more important. And thus today marks the day I sold myself to Monica and her irresistible smile. Irresistible smile. I timidly followed Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year's classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings over the classroom door. Tadaima! And I brought a guest with me. What the fuck is going on here? Eh? A guest? Seriously, you bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Werwe. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you are Monica's boyfriend, right? Oh, no, I'm not. I hope so. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figures makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Oh, so now the vice president is Yuri, not Sayuri. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran to Werwe in the classroom and he decided to come check out of the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I just you let tell me no in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come to sit and wait? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we will make sure you feel right at home, okay? As a president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't many people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you are both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club together before we graduated, right Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this. You keep a you keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us the permission. After all, doesn't hot cup of tea helps you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the best time for me, but I at least enjoy the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read this past few years, I don't really have a good ways of answering that. Manga? I muted quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's head smile. Anyway, what's about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walk in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the worlds of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Story with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Haha, I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits you. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Sure, horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Oh, I hate horror. Oh, Why is that? Well, just Natsuki eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Nani? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't say it out loud and give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that is impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them? Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too? Maybe if you share some of your works, you can set an example and help Natsuki feels comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in the silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Eh? Natsuki and Yuri looks quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we will all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I threw it. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you are right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Werwe? Chatomate, there's still one problem. What is that? Now that we have reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Werwe. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, what the fuck? I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I will feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I will join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Werwe? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. You're not giving me cupcakes this time, Natsuki. Anyway, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You are really amazing. I will do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting. On a good note, everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. By the way, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Ehehehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class of Star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I will be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I will have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? What if I say no? Of course yes, but what if I said no? A joke. A man walked into the club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Okay. And it's only 2 now. To be honest, I kinda want to go to this, which is called Natsuki Candy, because I know the story with, but I don't know. Natsuki is kinda annoying though, but I'm really curious about what if I get to know her better. No, I still with Yuri. Time? Tragedy. Eternity. Grief. Desire. Melancholy. Destiny. Agonizing. Kawaii. Kawaii is for sure this Natsuki. Hopeless. After image. Horror. Ambient. Uncanny. Disaster. Hi again, Werwe. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't you worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. While I'm back at the literature club, I was the last come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Holy fuck. It really scares me. It becomes a horror game after all. Thanks for keeping your promise, Werwe. I hope this isn't too overwhelmed of a commitment for you, making you dive. Or is the music kinda offbeat? Or it's kinda off tunes, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Holy fuck! Whew. come on, like he deserves any slacks. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us serious, then you won't see the end of it. This really scares me. Monica in front of the text. It's like she's talking to my real me, not me in the game. And the music is really off tunes. See? Do you guys hear the music? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. She swiftly defeated. Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Werewolf. We will make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointment glance. Anyway, now that you are in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as a vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read, and we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I will like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I will definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this change. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap, I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muted this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading it a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reasons. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I just happened to buy two of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I will definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of the Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they started selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to. Oh, that's maybe a little of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The books, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That kind of that kind of dark, isn't it? You remade it sounds like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, by the way? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She is so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's kind of the. Wait a minute, I have text. It's the kind that challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world but because the world is full of horrible people and we are worthless anyway. What the fuck? But because the world is full of. Then suddenly I'm rambling, aren't I? Ooh, it's really scared me. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fills my thoughts. What? I'm not click it, but it's that's not me who click it. It's automatically. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry, that just means you are passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Okay. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? What are you saying? Let me just get a book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into a seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry, it's not that I don't want you to. It's I just because I'm not very used to that is reading in company with someone. Oh, I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Shuri means about reading in company. In company, it's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly bad things, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eyes. I realize that she is not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sumimasen. What the actual fuck? You hear my click, right? I don't click anything. It just automatically. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy once we each lean in a little bit. Our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes sense. That makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumbs and forefinger. I do the same with my right arms on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumbs after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we are huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I will be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You are not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me, yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer ask me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning its pages almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the pages, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't have get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Ah, Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, then push yourself. Oh, it's kinda different story. In the first chapter, we don't have this kind of conversation yet, but Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Wait, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. Nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometime, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figure we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left on in the book, then I slip it back into my bag. Hmm, okay, Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Eh? Hmm? By the way, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What are you expecting me to believe that you actually put an effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put some effort. We all started somewhere, right? If you are still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painfully to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You will get better anyway. I will take the one to improve, but you better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you will probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetah can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's all about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Nani? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do greater things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about the simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I meant to be a pro. That means I was real. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from my youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess no. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Monica. Hi, by the way. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you are new and everything, if you ever have any suggestion for the club like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I will be afraid to bring up things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poems with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, we are all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Good job, by I was going to in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimate you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectation low. That's the way it always gone when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at speaking and reading. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being so indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for a long time. Suddenly the doors open. Yuri, Tadaima. Yeah, I missed something. Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you need. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel the way, you know. Naruhodo, Roger, hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me confused. I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see colors. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sounds of frantic scrawling playing ticks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, is if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That's a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you are writing poems or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you will just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri. As Yuri reads the poems, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covered her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? That's. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you have written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant Yuri tells off unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is a new writer is that in a new writer is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing style spirit from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end of the result is that both of the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once you refine her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stream, her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying the new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. Wait a minute, she's outside the classroom when Natsuki commenting about my poems, isn't it? It's weird. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I would love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Goes under the light. It's the same, I guess. The trenders of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow of bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's a short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild, something easy to digest, as I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo. Actually, this story isn't about the ghost at all, were we? Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and express experiences in their works. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot of solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoy it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Erwe. Me too. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little bit stressful than I anticipated. It is. Shit, man. The music is really horror. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch the side of their expression change. Natsuki's brow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiled sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh, you mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Werwe did too. So based on that, I would be gladly give you some suggestion of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Werwe liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Werwe appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate it's really hard appreciate my advice more? And are you that full of yourself? I know if I was full of myself, I will deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew as size bigger as soon as Werwe started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... Wait a minute, guys. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. taking out your own insecurities on others like that. Whoosh! Whoosh! You are really as you look, Natsuki. Should I let it? What the hell is going on? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. What the hell is going on? Should I click it? Or I let them to be like this? It's really it scares me a lot. How fast will it be? I think I need to click it, right? Me? Look who's talking. You wanna edgy bitch? Oh, edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age is to comprehend. See, just saying that proved my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh my bad, you already do, don't you? Ouch. Because Yuri, I think, cut herself on the arm like she did on my house, I guess. Oh yeah, did you just accuse me for cutting myself? What the fuck is going wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Warwi hear everything you really think. I'm sure he will be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Wait, she just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Guys, come on. What? What is text about? I want. Ken? What is this? What is this? What the fuck is going on? Monica? She breaks into the fourth wall. Hey Werwe, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We will go back inside once they are done yelling. Ahaha, some president. I am right. I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, If this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I would be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear, well, it's look like they are done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe in you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki or did. Wait, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow completely. Uh, anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I will wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It's kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Werwe. It would just be embracing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing troubles, but I... What the fuck? What the fuck has just happened with this game? So I will take with Natsuki this time. Fluffy, uh, nature, family, sweet, feather, music, silly, playground, chicks, pink, Doki Doki, bunny, kawaii, suicide, judgment. Oh, judgment is there. Okay, cute, party, skipping, play, papa, love. So another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scenes greets me. Welcome back, Werwe. And hi, Yuri. And hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's your expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glanced over her shoulders, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at the desk. Surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. Ooh. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me. I guess I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we are usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much, even though I've only been here a couple days. I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems, but whatever it was, I didn't make me it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person, and now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Wait, don't say those kind of things so frankly, they make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you are such a understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and sorry what I'm saying right now, Hey, have you guys seen Monica? Ah? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? So Natsuki, don't remember what happened yesterday? Why are you looking like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I will do my best to stay under control from now on. So, oh, she doesn't remember it at all. Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you just do something yesterday? Eh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You are the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apologies anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kinda nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. Hehehe. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Ah, well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah, well, Natsuki was. I was not. Haha. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. It's kinda weird to read. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ringing at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Well, thanks Yuri. You should play something for us sometimes. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Werwe. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talk about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closets. Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club? Yeah, definitely. I plan on it anyway. Okay, can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful and I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you to have so much energy. So much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your times. Yuri takes a deep breath, then pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea, not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in the teacher's desk and then I will go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movement. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking and mannerism, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walks with you. That's okay, you stay here. I won't take any long. Oh, it's kinda different. The first one we go together with her to take some water. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ah, did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay, sorry for a misunderstanding. 10 minutes passed. Yuri said it wouldn't take so long. It's something holding her up. I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Ooh, is this? What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. It's sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Holy crap! She did that. Yeah. What is happening? I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. By the way, do you like oolong tea? Yeah, anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get a teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course, I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Hoo. In that case, you will only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapots and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be a good mood now. Is that so? Is that so? I was letting it show and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who is around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, by the way. It's very endearing. That's Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. By the way, if I have another request, do you mind if we sit on the floor today? What's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries, I just have a back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my boobs, my boba, my your posture, right? I should stay still and stay quiet. Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yeah, I have trouble reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the books. I retrieve the books from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it will go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides, as if I am sing. We assume the same reading position as last time. It's holding one half of the book, except this time our bodies are even closer to each other. I can see it too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she is being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hands that is not holding the book. I end up in the position that makes it even harder to focus because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that words around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little bit. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book to finish the opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudged on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need, no need to apologize. I will hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it, but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my legs. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply pursed her lips as if this situation was completely natural, but that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively placed the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Where sumimasen. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Ah, Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Where? Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arms and jerks me to my feet. What is that supposed to mean? Grabs my arms and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Where? My heart. My heart won't stop pounding. Where? I cannot calm down. I cannot focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Where? Yuri suddenly pressed my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? It feels like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Holy fuck! Huh? no, 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 no. Her eyes. Thanks God. What the fuck is going on here? It's really scaring me to the fucking death. Holy fuck, what the hell's wrong with all of you guys? It's time to share poems. Natsuki. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. Just make sure you find a little bit of influence from everyone. I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been like spending some time with her or whatever, but you know, Monica and I are just as good as her. At poems, I mean. So you should really try to learn something or you will never get better. Here's the one I wrote. I will make sure you learn something from it. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders, itchy, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song every time she sang the chorus. Why is the music is really irritating me so much? My heart's would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my legs really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross. The world is better off without spiders lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. What the hell? Not bad, not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I dub I have to explain it. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby, a guilty pleasure, something that you are afraid if people find out they will make fun of you or think less of you, but that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they are not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn respect other things for like weird things, such as two of the girls in the fairy club whom I respectfully one name. Who else? Who else? Kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort I can even have people respect me. Jeez, now you are making me complain too much. What did I do? For what is worth I respect you? Well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever what we are done sharing, so you can leave now. Okay, whatever. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's well, there's something that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Will. I wrote the thing wheel turning an axle grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy strike, a dog clip, time controlling by sleeping cogwheel, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning. A prayer written in the blood, a prayer written in time devouring snakes with human eyes, the hell, a thread connecting all living humans' eyes, a kaleidoscope of holistic exponential gearbox of a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of a God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears, and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a dog, ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in the clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breeding gearbox, breeding bolt head, breeding ship, breeding portal, breeding snakes, breeding god, breeding blood, breeding holy stakes, breeding human eyes, breeding time, breeding prayers, breeding sky, breeding will. The hell I'm not. What the hell is that? It doesn't really matter what is about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. This is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you are touching it. Ah, why suddenly so scary? I'm okay. What did I just? Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem though, Monica. Wait, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. What? She knows? I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying that it's your fault though. I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you, so I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you are at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, at least have it together in the head. I misread this, I thought in the bed, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyways, you want to read my poems now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me the colors they want. Save me the colors they want. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Why some words are missing? Red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise it won't stop. Violence, creative forms. Scaking, scratching, piercing, sign, closing, tangen, like playing a chalkboard on the turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cake, endlessly poem of meaningless. The letter. The letter. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to Well, never mind, there's no point in explaining anyway. Here's Monica writing tips of the day. Sometimes you will find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. What? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? It's not a poem. Okay, everyone. We are all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. It's about the festival. Well, sort of. Oh, do we really have to do something? What the fuck's happened? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embracing ourselves instead of getting new members. This concerned man as well. Hello? What the fuck is... It's really scared. I don't really do well with the last minute preparation. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everybody's been a little more lively ever since where we joined. We have started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to consider it an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many as people as you can, to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place to intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Werwe? Oh, come on. You can't take the advantage of Werwe to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until we were joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Werwe isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you are really the one who is so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you are president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Werewolf want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I show as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation, no, Natsuki, you're right, isn't she? This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we are against getting new members or anything. Wait, did you even join this club? Why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about it, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? And now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke in my mind. Is it a crime, to be honest? No, it's not about being honest. It's about your choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Introvert's problem. Is there is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. I know Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. Nowhere, right? It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts picking up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. What the fuck? My mental. Who cares about that fucking bitch? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody, nobody will cry if she fucking kill herself. I should do my best, consider everyone's perspective and make this decision that is right for the club. But what about you, Werwe? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making a literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Its member. Did I see something on it is her eyes. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's a necessarily bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Right? Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Every little movement makes me uncomfortable. Hey Yuri. Hey. I know these things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president and also wonderful friends. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah, let's all go home for today. Well, we will talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay, I will look forward to it. Shall we go, Erwe? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Erwe before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as a president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I will see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Whew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Well, I just want to make sure you are enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kinda like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know. I don't like seeing other girls give you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Ah, Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you have been here, we have hardly gotten to spend any time together. And I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why. Wait a minute, no, stop it. Holy crap, he's really scared of me. Yeah, guys, that's all for today. See you tomorrow or maybe next time. This really make me scared of sleeping. It's almost it's almost 12 a.m. for me. But yeah, I hope you can sleep well. Don't forget to subscribe to watch this how it's going to be on the Doki Doki Literature Club. It's really good. It's really good. So yeah, goodbye. See you later, guys.